what I want to also spend a few minutes talking about is the future, and there are some new things going on, and I want to cover those in terms of uh, how you feel about it and how you feel is going to impact your business.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, we're definitely at an interesting time, just in the world in general, not just Amazon. On one hand, I still am bullish and believe Amazon is the future. I was with some family the other day, and someone mentioned, "I like your pants. Where did you get them?" And the first thing they said was, "I got these pants on Amazon." They didn't even mention the brand. So Amazon is still the initial search point, and that's where customers are heading. And that's why our product is we drive all of our e-commerce towards Amazon. But then on the other hand, I think it's a really interesting time for Amazon, and you're seeing real competition. This is a day after the Super Bowl, and Temu, the Chinese wholesale site, had like what 6, 7 advertisements during the Super Bowl, and you're seeing customers shop there. You see TikTok shop, Instagram shop, direct store delivery with Instacart and stuff like that really taking off, and you wonder if that's going to cut into some of the Amazon stuff. And then lastly, right, I've mentioned probably 2 or 3 times today in quotations the Amazon algorithm, which for years was this big bad notorious thing that people would charge $1 gazillion to tell you that they've cracked. I mean, maybe now that algorithm is really just ChatGPT or a large language model hiding behind the counter, and now the playing field has been leveled and we all have access to it. So it's a really interesting time, man, wondering if Amazon's still going to be the king of e-commerce, the king of retail. So, I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'm gonna say at least for the next couple years, Amazon has enough data to probably steer all that their way and own a big piece of that. But we're definitely at an interesting time. For the first time I can remember where it's we might branch off into a different sector. It might be a different avenue we go down where it isn't just Amazon and we're be held to their data.
Mhm. Well, my take is this. So if you go back and look at the Amazon's early days, when I say early days, they are putting the whole infrastructure in place and they're building this culture, the company culture. But most important, Jeff Bezos was setting expectations by the investors, by the board, and everything else. So, and that is ingrained in their DNA. So there are some characteristics there. One of them is we are going to try new things all the time, and we are going to fail in most of them.
Mm-hmm.
So now, fast forward 30 years, what are we looking at? We're looking at a company that has reached massive audiences who pay a subscription, a yearly subscription to receive the benefits that seems to go up in multiple folds compared to any other price increases, and nobody even blinks. They still stay. So that means that Amazon is delivering value and they have this audience that is loyal. Now, they are using that audience to test new programs all the time. They're doing that for two reasons, the way I see it. In order to stay as the leader, you have to keep changing the rules of the game so that others can only try and play catch up. And by the time they do, you got something else. So they are always trying new things to stay as a leader and also keep delivering more and more and more value. So when you look at it that way, and you've got a company that is, cash is no problem. Yeah, I doubt very much that Amazon is going to really go away anytime soon. Instead, they are going to be doing more and more. So therefore, it's up to the sellers to figure out how do we take advantage of it. I mean, that's my take.
That's a really fair point. Another prediction here, I guess, and it goes hand in hand with your point where the sellers have to figure it out, is we're seeing the Gen Z consumer come more into more of their buying prime, where they have the disposable income now to make decisions and influence. And what do they care about? At least from my perspective, they care about sustainability, they care about company ethics, and they care about brand story. What is Amazon not known for? Sustainability, customer ethics, and sometimes hashing out the brand. I do think the Gen Z customer cares about that stuff. So we're at an interesting point. Was how does the brand penetrate the Amazon, not just become pants on Amazon, but the brand becomes the first part of the sentence and can preach their ethics, sustainability to these consumers. So I think that's a big opportunity. But yeah, I mean, right? I put out these doomsday scenario, but I know in the back of my head too. We both know Amazon's not; they're going to own it all. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
up to the seller really.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly it.